Chapter 1. Rain on the South Bank. Natalie stepped off the tube at Waterloo Station, shoulder bag brimming with exhibition mock-ups. A drizzle blurred the river lights. The city, gray, cold, alive. She paused by the Thames, coat collar up against the wind, painting digital notes on her phone. A smooth saxophone note drifted across the walkway. She followed the sound to a street musician, Sam, his eyes closed, soul pouring into melodies. She watched, mesmerized. When a note lingered, she applauded softly. He opened his eyes and smiled. "Can I buy you a coffee?" Chapter 2. Coffee and Confessions. They found shelter in a nearby cafe. Sam, warm lavender scent, ordered 2 flat whites. They talked art and music, gallery openings, and midnight gigs. But there was something unspoken in Sam's gaze. Something deeper. "You're not like everyone else," he said. She smiled. "You say that like it's a good thing." "It is." He slid his hand across the table. "I'm glad I met you." She glanced at his fingers, brushed them lightly. "Me too." Chapter 3. Footsteps through fog. Later, they wandered along embankment. Fog rolled over lamplit pavements. The Gherkin and Tower Bridge loomed in mist. Sam paused under a tree. Rain slicked the leaves. She shivered. He slipped off his scarf and wrapped it around her neck. "Sorry," he murmured. "Cold." She smiled. "Not anymore." He smiled back, tender and knowing. They kissed, but softly, anticipation sparking through each silent breath. Chapter 4. Sheet music and touch. Back at his flat in Southwark, Sam played piano while she sketched the London skyline. Soft candlelight, rain murmuring outside. He turned to her. "You see beauty in everything." She held the charcoal sketch up. "I want to capture it." He took it, framed it in his arms. "Capture me, too." She leaned in. Kisses became pressure. Her fingertips found his chest, down to his waist over denim. He broke away only to carry her to the bedroom, unbuttoning shirts and trousers, lips on skin. The city drowned out by their rising need. Chapter 5. Midnight Sins. London's midnight bus rumbled past. They lay entwined, breath rhythmic, skin glimmering in lamplight. He traced the curve of her neck with his lips. She responded with a shiver. Their lovemaking began slow, like a secret ritual. Every gasp and moan a hidden poem. Candles flickered, shadows danced. She curled into him. He whispered her name like a vow. Together, they tumbled toward dawn, skin slick, hearts pounding. Chapter 6. Morning light and promises. Morning sun filtered through fogged glass. Natalie woke first, Sam's sleeve pressed against her skin. He murmured. She kissed his chest, waking him with soft smiles. They shared breakfast, croissants and tea, on the floor among thrown cushions. Laughter, gentle touches, easy intimacy. He brushed a stray curl from her face. "Stay tonight." She wrapped arms around him. "Stay forever." Chapter 7. The Gallery and the Ghost. Natalie invited Sam to the opening of a modern surrealist exhibition at a private gallery in Mayfair. She wore a black satin dress that clung to her back like midnight silk. He showed up in a dark blazer, more polished than she had ever seen him. "You clean up well," she said. "I'd get dressed up every day if it meant seeing you like this." Inside, critics, curators, and collectors buzzed with wine glasses in hand. Natalie navigated it all gracefully until an ex-lover approached her with smug familiarity. Sam watched her tense, jaw stiffening. After the man left, Sam pulled her aside. "He meant something to you." "Once," she admitted. "But he never looked at me the way you do." Sam pressed his forehead to hers. Then he was blind. Chapter 8. Rain on the Glass. Later that night, at Natalie's flat, rain drummed against her large windows. They undressed slowly in her kitchen, their silhouettes framed by city lights. She slid her hands under his shirt, tracing his spine. He lifted her onto the counter, kissing her deeply, one hand tangled in her hair. When he entered her, it was with complete intimacy, like reading a familiar poem from memory. Her legs wrapped around his waist, breath shallow against his shoulder. Afterward, they lay naked on the kitchen floor, rain whispering like music through the glass. Chapter 9. His Secret. One quiet afternoon in Sam's flat, Natalie found a photo album tucked in his bookshelf. Black and white images, jazz bars, handwritten lyrics, and a boy with sad eyes holding a saxophone. "This is you?" she asked. He nodded. "I used to play for my brother. He was ill for most of his life." Music calmed him. Natalie ran her fingers over the page. "Is he
Gone.
8 years now?"
I'm sorry. Sam Kropka.
"I don't talk about him much," he said. "But with you, it feels right." They sat on the floor, and she held him while silence filled in all the spaces that grief had left. Chapter 10. Lost in Soho. They spent a Friday night dancing in a hidden jazz club in Soho. Red velvet curtains, low lighting, and the sound of a trumpet slicing through cigarette smoke. Natalie, flushed and breathless, leaned into Sam as he spun her. He whispered in her ear, "Take me home." They didn't wait for the Uber. Kisses between alleyways, hands over clothes, her laughter bouncing off brick walls. In her flat, he undressed her with reverence, tracing each inch of skin as if memorizing it. She tugged him down onto the bed, hips meeting hips, the tempo building like a crescendo. "I want to feel everything," she gasped. He delivered exactly that. Chapter 11. Shadows at Dawn. The next morning, as they drank coffee wrapped in a single blanket, Natalie checked her phone. An email from a New York gallery lit the screen, an invitation to curate a 6-month exhibition. A dream, a trap. Sam saw the look in her eyes. "What is it?" She hesitated. "I might have to go away for a while." "How long is a while?" She didn't answer. And for the first time, silence between them felt like a crack. Chapter 12. The Offer. The letter sat on Natalie's desk for 2 days before she said it out loud. "It's real, Sam. 6 months. A major solo curation. Exposure I've dreamed of." He nodded, silent. "You're not saying anything," she whispered. "I want to be happy for you," he said. "But I'm scared this city will feel empty without you." She touched his hand. "I don't want to lose you." "Then don't go," he said, soft, not demanding. But even as he said it, they both knew it wasn't fair. Chapter 13. Farewell beneath Big Ben. They walked along the Thames under street lamps, hands brushing.
No pramisi.
Just the weight of goodbye. At Westminster Bridge, he cupped her cheeks. "I love you, Natalie. Whatever happens in New York, don't forget London held our beginning." She kissed him like it was the last breath she'd ever take. When she boarded the plane the next day, she wore his scarf. Chapter 14. Postcards never sent. Sam didn't sleep much after she left. He walked the same foggy streets alone, played longer gigs, and sometimes caught himself turning at a laugh that sounded like hers. He wrote her letters and never mailed them. Natalie sent short emails, "Miss you," and "Tonight I saw a painting that made me think of us." But something always felt held back. Distance, like fog, makes even truth hard to see. Chapter 15. The Gallery in New York. Natalie thrived in Manhattan. The gallery opening was a roaring success. Her name printed in glossy magazine. But at night, she stared at the skyline and missed rain on stone, missed jazz in Soho, missed strong arms and soft hands. She tried dating someone new, briefly, but he didn't know her silence or her storm. The city was loud, but her heart was quiet. Chapter 16. Return to Fog. 6 months later, she stepped off the train at Paddington. Rain greeted her like an old friend. She hadn't warned him.
She didn't need to.
She walked to Southwark, to the corner cafe where it had all started. And there he was, saxophone case at his feet, fingers cradling a coffee cup. Their eyes met. He stood slowly, walked toward her like gravity itself pulled him close. "You came back," he said. "I never really left."